going to make this a little bit smoky to do, but we're not interested so much in that area of the pit anyway. I want to show you what I've done here so far so you can get a good picture of it. A rock oven is something that obviously is multifunctional. It's something that's going to be more of a permanent fixture in a camp instead of just a one-time use thing. We're really just making a rock cooking surface here, and I'll kind of elaborate on other options you can do. Then I talked to some of you about having little keyhole fires off to the side where you can put regular pots and pans over those. We're going to build a chimney up in this too, but if you look at it, you'll see we have a pretty big opening. It narrows down here to accommodate this spanning that opening. At this point it kind of looks like a guitar, doesn't it, in a way? And this back hole here is nice and narrow. And this is going to be the chimney which we're going to build with a combination of rocks. We're going to build up probably almost a foot above the cooking surface. Just like the chimney on your house, generally needs to be 1.5 to 2 feet taller than the tallest part of your roof in order for it to draft properly. So that's why this needs to be higher as well. We've made a tripod over here out of some saplings and some cordage, and that would serve to go over the smoke hole, which would allow you to perhaps hang fish, hang meat, to dry various things. You can dry herbs over it if you wanted to, but we're going to use that for drying, not for cooking. The smoke itself will add flavor to meat, but really won't cook it. It'll also help us in that it will keep insects away from the meat. When you get out things like raw meat, raw fish, raw venison, raw game, yellow jackets are generally really attracted to that. But the smoke helps keep them away, and once it skins over, they can't grab anything anyway. When I show you the drying of a fish later with that method of putting them on 2 sticks like a cross, there's a good chance we might have some yellow jackets come in and pull off a few chunks of meat, but after a bit they won't be able to get at it. It'll just skin over. And that's a really good way not just to dry fish for further use, but you can use that to cook with as well by just simply putting it closer to the fire. And when it's done, you pull up your stick and you just get in there and pull the pieces of meat off. A really easy way to do it. So here's a cooking rock, or I've used this in the past and it's pretty solid. Try to avoid rocks that are like shale, anything that's clearly got layers, sediment type rocks, because they're going to bust on you. Finding a good rock isn't always easy. Sometimes you just luck out and you find them. This happens to be a good one that I particularly like. It's been good to me. And we're just going to place it over the hole like this. And then I need to close up this a little bit back here. So we've already found a few rocks. And this is the base for the chimney. Now, after we build the chimney, I'll let you guys get in here and help me, obviously. We're going to build the fire up in this main part, or the lower part of the pit, the first part. And then in order to cook, to get this hot, we push coals underneath here, and then that starts the draft. We don't want to build this fire up to the point